Burke and AJ Mleczko here in Raleigh, and you can't help but think about Game 1 being here in Raleigh back in October and the final game of the season being here as well. And what a wild ride in between. The expectations for this season were not to have this team in the second round of the playoffs.
You're absolutely right. And if you went back to the first game here in this building and you asked the players, the fans, anybody, what their expectations were or how they would feel about being in the second round of the playoffs, I think people would be thrilled. And I think that this team, the players, the coaching staff, and all of the fans have to be very proud of what they've accomplished. They exceeded expectations. Every time people doubted them, they rose up. And it starts with Lou Lamoriello down to Barry Trotz all the way through. Everybody bought in, and an incredibly disappointing end and being swept, and can't be happy with that. You know how good they can be, but at the end of the day, incredible effort throughout the whole season.
And it's in a year where everyone's looking at the Stanley Cup playoffs and going, wow, it's wide open. Maybe this is a missed opportunity. But the expectations, talking about them at the start of the season, how about the start of the series? There were expectations all of a sudden for this team to win once they got here.
Yeah, there's no question. And once they swept the Penguins, even talking to Barry Trotz after that game, he was talking about the long layoff that they may have. And he was talking about prepping for whoever they may meet. Perhaps it would be the Capitals, which is what most of us expected. And of course, after an arduous 7-game series with a huge overtime win for the Carolina Hurricanes, now that opens the door a little bit for Islanders and Islanders fans. And so it changes the sweep. Feel a little bit, that's a little more salty, I guess.
Well, and this is just year one of a long plan for Lou Lamoriello, for Barry Trotz. This team could look very different come next October.
There's no question. There's 6 unrestricted free agents on this team. This is a part of the long-term plan, and I think the best part, it hurts right now, but the best part for these players, the best part for the fans, is that this playoff experience is critical for the core on this team, especially for the young players, not having made it last year, for them to go 2 rounds into it, for them to get the sense of the grind that is the playoffs, is a part of the page in the book of the Lou Lamoriello.